It's Madden NFL 24, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the Bengals and the Eagles on Thursday night primetime.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you financial field. For 2024, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. Able to shake him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. Now it's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Hurts to throw. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies it.
And he goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, a 23-yard run. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for giving us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 48 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with the run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit, sir.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now it's Burrow. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it to Mixon on the check down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On now to punt, Brad Robbins. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Coming in, he really has a chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play. But he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done. It doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they? They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Swift is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. They will run it with Swift here. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Elliott is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal. And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is this depending on him.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
Partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. In the 1 o'clock games, the one that catches the eye happens in Big D at AT&T Stadium, a tough test for the Cowboys, as they'll have to contend with the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Then, more good stuff to follow later in the afternoon. One good one being under the dome in Indy, where it'll be the Colts taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And finally, Sunday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. We watched a solid performance out of running back DeAndre Swift. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week one, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now a give right side Swift. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 106 yards rushing for him now here in week one. A very solid start to this new campaign. They go play action with Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Philly. 57 yards.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Hurts sets up to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to the running game with Swift. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And 3 yards on the carry there as this defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He completes it to Boyd. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Now Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line.
First down, Bengals.
Burrow will throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Eagles' 27-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. To the air again, Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase from 13 yards out. And the Bengals are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Second down and 6 now.
Second and 6.
Now a carry for Swift. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll run right here with Swift. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd down, Swift. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. DeAndre Swift with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Eagles are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
They'll try to run with Swift. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Now Burrow on 1st down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go down at the 28. And now they're in the hurry-up. Again, it's Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles defense able to hold. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Fighting through it, he's got space. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for Philadelphia, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at?